Hi everybody, this is my final Global Learning Project video log. I had the pleasure of spending time with Amanda Bruner. Our difference was our region in the United States. She lives in the South and I live in the Midwest. From my interactions with the South Carolina native, I learned how relaxed my culture is, the Midwest culture. We're ready for anything, which is appropriate because of our ridiculous weather, and we're more willing to work around other people and work around change. I learned we are much simpler than those in the South. This includes our clothes, our food, and apparently our education. I had some existing stereotypes about the South going into the project. I pictured country living on a giant plantation with kids driving their trucks that their daddies bought them. I learned this is not really true. In Amanda's town, people seem to be very, as she calls, preppy. Image is everything, and so is wealth, and your wealth is shown through where you eat, how often you go out to eat, where you get your clothing, and how many cars you have. They also have really strange education standards. I learned during our educational interaction that in private Southern schools, teachers believe that if their students are getting 100% on their tests, that they're cheating. I found this to be very awful and demeaning to students, and in some cases it forced Amanda to mark wrong answers so that it didn't seem like she was cheating, although she knew the answers. And this is actually translated into college, where she put some answers wrong so she doesn't get 100%. And I know that when I was in school, I would always want to get the 100%, and I would never mark an answer wrong on purpose. Overall, this project has taught me to open my eyes to the cultural differences that exist even within a single country. Everyone has experiences that'll differ from one person to another, and it's important to know this, especially as a teacher. We were told first semester repeatedly that we won't be able to pick the children we have in our classes or their home situations, so it's necessary that we're sensitive to every background, and it's important that we integrate the different cultures so that the children feel like they can celebrate their differences, and so that children can learn about each other and their peers, and that it's important to learn about others' cultures. At the beginning of this project, I believe that I was at the acceptance stage of the developmental model of intercultural sensitivity. I was respectful towards others and their culture, but I still questioned some of their practices, like the educational one I just talked about. When introduced to new culture, I would be interested in them, but I would never really want to stay in the culture. I would revert back to my own really quickly. But after this project and being on this campus for 2 semesters, I believe I'm in the slow transition to adaptation. It will take a significant amount of time to do this, but over the next 3 years on this campus and through the Urban Ed program, hopefully they can teach me some more cultural sensitivity. So that's my project.